CBS Playhouse 90, The Lie, air date April 24th, 1973. From CBS Television City in Hollywood. CBS Playhouse 90. Tonight presents George Segal, Shirley Knight Hopkins, Robert Culp in The Lie by Ingmar Bergman.
My name is Anna Fromm, 34 years old, professor in Romance languages, and happily married for 11 years. I have 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl. My husband's name is Andrew. There are no signs of any problems in my everyday life. My relatives are good and kind people, completely normal, all of them, except my oldest brother, Albert, who is in the process of drinking himself to death.
My name is Andrew Fromm. I'm 40 years old and an architect working with the government. My wife's name is Anna. I don't think there are many people as happy and as content as I am. Sometimes I feel a little uneasy with an existence which is so protected against problems and crises.
Of course, I worry about things that are happening around the world. It comes to me in short glimpses. I can then feel a terrifying fright when the news hits me. But later, the trivialities of every day close around me.
I suppose it happens now and then that we think, when will the storm change its course? When will it sweep over this protected island? But those are really not disturbing enough thoughts to keep you awake at night.
My soul is sore vexed. But thou, how long, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, and deliver my soul.
May I come in?
Yes, all right. Awake already?
I can't sleep. I keep coughing. Coughed all night long.
Why don't you get a book and read for a while? It'll soon be morning.
Can't I stay here, next to you?
No. Go back to bed, Henry. Go on.
Who's Martin Luther King?
Why do you want to know?
He was shot last night.
Shot? Who told you that?
They said so on the news just now.
One, 2, 3.
Good morning, baby.
Did you look in on Henry?
No.
Had a bad night. Got a cold.
Anything serious?
No, just a cold.
By the way, I won't be home for dinner tonight.
All right.
Come in.
Good morning.
Good morning. I've asked my father for dinner tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I won't be able to make it. I won't be home for dinner.
Then that fits in very well.
Give it my best.
Have a good day.
The man's coming to fix the furnace today. Says he's going to have to shut it off for a couple of hours.
Well, that's not so good. Henry's sick.
I know, but the house won't get too cold. I can't cancel it. It was hard enough to set this up. They come when it suits them.
Friday's concert. Am I supposed to get the tickets, or will you?
I'll have Miss Pratt take care of it.
Please don't forget it, Andrew.
Don't worry. I won't.
Have you heard the news?
No? What?
Martin Luther King has been murdered.
Are you serious?
Yes. Henry came in and told me. I couldn't believe it.
Dear God. Well, I've got to leave.
Police said the shot apparently came from a brick building directly across the street from the Lorraine Hotel where Dr. King was staying. An all-points bulletin was in for the assassin. It seems unbelievable. People are walking around the streets in disbelief, wondering who could possibly have wanted this madness and where it would all lead.
Good morning, Florence. Good morning, Phyllis.
Good morning. Mr. Banks wants to see you as soon as you come in.
I've got someone coming in at 9:15. Didn't you tell him?
Yes, I told him about it, but he says it's important. He wondered if you could change the appointment.
I suppose so. Call Ray, will you, and ask him to come tomorrow instead if you can.
All right. Oh, are you going out for lunch?
I don't think so. Why?
I have to go to the dentist, and I wondered if you could spare me for half an hour after lunch.
Yes, that's all right.
I may get back in time anyway, but I'm not sure. Sometimes you have to wait.
Well, I've got those boys from the Army coming in at 1, and it's sure to drag out, so come back when you can. So long.
So long.
I'm expected.
Andrew, come in.
Good morning, George.
Glad you could find the time. You had your coffee?
I have, yes, thanks.
Sit down. Well, how are things?
Couldn't be better. How are you?
Well, there's some sort of virus making the rounds at home. Carol has it, and the maid has it, and the kids have it. I've escaped so far, but I feel a little down today. Maybe it's the weather, though.
Yes, it's not really spring yet.
No. Listen, Andrew, I have some bad news for you.
That's a pity.
I was in touch with Washington yesterday afternoon, and I spoke to Dixon, and he gave me to understand privately that they're not going to accept your plan. They're going to refer it back to us for a new survey and a new proposal.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I want to tell you right away before you read about it in the papers. Dixon couldn't say for sure when the official word would come. Probably sometime after Easter. And as I said, I wanted to tell you right away.
Thanks. It's nice of you.
You know, I had a feeling there was some dirty work going on down there. Took them such a long time to make up their minds.
What reason did Dixon give?
Oh, Dixon's an idiot. No one pays any attention to him. You implied your plan is a little academic, a little behind the times. Tell the truth, I didn't really listen to him. He rattles on, and what's more, he's got bad breath.
Well, who's taking over then?
Dixon suggested Fields and Bauer. Well, they're young and they're clever.
But they have no experience.
They got a lot of drive. And they have an enormous advantage over you. They're untried. No preconceptions.
I've turned 40, George.
Yeah. It's almost like having a social disease, isn't it?
Well, what do I do now? We had my time set aside for the next year.
Let's talk about it after Easter, Andrew. I'm going to have to think about it.
I won't disturb you any longer. I'm grateful to you for having told me so quickly. My regards to your wife, and have a good Easter. Oh, we'll be seeing you at the party.
No, my regards to Anna.
Mr. Barnett is waiting.
Could you ask him to wait a few more minutes? I'm making a call.
Hello?
Hello, Janine. Is my wife there?
She just left. She's going to the hospital to see her brother, and after that, she's going into town. I don't expect her back until dinner time.
Okay.
Oh, wait. She said she'd be at the library around 2. You can try her there.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Anna? Oh, Anna. I'm so glad to see you. Sit. I have been longing for you. Dreadfully.
I've had so much to do lately.
No, I didn't mean it that way. I know how busy you are. How are the children?
Henry has a cold, but Veronica's fine as usual. She's going to visit her grandmother for Easter. I suppose we'll go to the country, too, though the weather's not very good.
I've nothing to offer you. Would you like a banana?
No.
Cigarette? Some chocolate, maybe?
No, thanks. Nothing.
Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Can you answer me truthfully?
I'll try.
Am I being confined? Or do I want to be here? I've forgotten the real state of things.
No one is keeping you shut up.
How do you think I'm looking?
You're looking much better. But I can't think why you put on makeup and dress yourself up like that.
I'm done for, Anna.
But your new book.
That's nothing.
What do you mean?
Well, it's nothing. I just told everybody I wrote a new book. It's not true.
But your publisher said he...
Yes, that I read it to him out loud. I took a passage from Baudelaire. I copied it out before he came. He's not very well educated, you know.
It's just one of your down periods, Albert. You've been like this before, and then suddenly you've thought of something.
I've had enough. I have had enough of all this nonsense. I cancel my contracts. There was a great silence. It's inconceivable to anyone who can't hear it. Do you think I can't see the twilight settling down?
You mustn't talk like that.
Destruction has seized power. That's the truth. Lies have seized power. That is the truth. Hatred is disguised as righteousness. That is the truth. And don't you forget that. When you tell Andrew and our friends about this afternoon. And the worst of it is, you see, is that I had hoped that I... Oh, I could... I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the truth. I am.
You have to calm down.
Yeah, all right. I'll calm down. It's just hysterics.
Make me feel so helpless. It's not what you say, but you're so tormented. It's like when we were little and you came in and sat on the floor in a corner of the nursery. I was only 6. You must have been 14, and you just sat in the corner looking at me until I started crying. I knew you wanted me to understand something I didn't understand. I've never been able to comfort you.
Just talk to me.
Isn't it enough for me to just sit here and hold your hand?
That's good.
Well, hello.
Andrew, hello.
How are you? Do you two know one another?
No, I don't think so.
I'd like you to meet Akira Shimakawa. This is Andrew Fromm.
How do you do?
Sit down, Andrew. Join us.
Thank you.
Akira just flew in from Osaka for a brainstorming session.
Oh, really? Well, you've come to the right place. We train our brains like we make our lunch, Akira. Soft and cheesy.
Say, Andrew, I don't suppose you've heard anything from Washington on that Twin Cities project?
Well, it's not official, but Washington's going to turn the whole thing down. Banks just told me this morning, and he got it straight from Dixon.
Well, maybe with a few changes, Andrew.
No, it's worse than that. I'm going to be taken off the project, and it's going to be turned over to another team. I thought you might have already heard about that.
No. We were just wondering. It's taken so long to hear anything.
It's a shame after all that work you put into it.
Well, evidently, they think my ideas are old-fashioned.
I'll be damned.
Oh, that can't have been Dixon's real reason.
Isn't he the government man you just met a few days ago?
Oh, that was a completely different project. Well, he didn't mention this at all.
So it was a conspiracy.
You can't be serious.
Of course not. Well, I believe a lot of things about the younger generation, but never that they'd kiss the behind of a petty bureaucrat like Dixon. Well, be seeing you.
Great seeing you, Andrew.
Nice meeting you.
Say, Andrew, how about dinner tonight? We're taking Akira out and then going on to a nightclub.
Well, sorry, I've got another appointment. Maybe some other time. Bye.
Hiding. There's just so damn much noise at home from morning till night. You know how it is. My mother's staying with us, and she just never stops talking. Oh, by the way, congratulations on getting your grant. Thanks. Are you going to be going on with the seminars in the fall?
I don't think so. I've asked for leave of absence. It's just too strenuous.
Oh.
Andrew's going to be...
Yes, of course.
Why, of course?
I'm sorry. It's nothing at all.
I was only going to say
It's all
that...
right, Hannah. You don't have to explain.
I wasn't planning to.
Well, have a nice Easter.
Thanks. Same to you.
Anna, wait. Actually, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. It won't take long. I just want you to know that if you think I've seemed disagreeable lately... No! Don't interrupt me. I've had my reasons. It's not your grant. Don't think that. I'm not envious. Oh, for God's sake, don't think I'm envious. Anna, for a long time now, I've been meaning to tell you what I think. I've always wondered what it was, and I think it's... I don't know. I think you lie. Oh, in a damn nice way. Anna, sometimes for no reason at all, I want to slap you. It's nothing personal. I mean, you've never done anything to me. It's... Your face is so beautiful. You're always so smartly dressed. You always say the right...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't expect you to. You know, Anna, at a certain point, people of your sort cease to exist. I mean, you've become impersonal surprise, or at the most, a nicely put disapproval.
Isn't it just that you're awfully tired and worn out?
Yes, that's true. It's been a lousy winter. Yeah, kids have been sick, and my mother, and, you know, my mother. I don't know, I just,
I have to go now. Well, you're hurting me.
Anna, have you noticed that I have a tooth missing here at the side? Look at that, look at that. It looks awful, doesn't it? Well, it isn't because I can't afford it that I don't go to the dentist. It's because I can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean?
No. Quite honestly, no.
But I can't indulge in the luxury of disliking you and what you represent, huh?
Please let go of my arm.
Bye, Anna. Have a happy Easter. My regards to Andrew.
Hello?
Janine, this is Mr. Fromm again. Has my wife phoned?
No, not yet.
Well, if she does, tell her to call me. It's not important. I just want to talk to her.
All right. I'll remember to tell her.
Everything all right?
Oh, yes, everything's all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Just have to get a new toaster. This one's impossible. Hello, my love.
Tonight's CBS Playhouse 90 presentation is The Lie by the distinguished writer-director Ingmar Bergman. For the benefit of our viewing audience, we wish to point out that The Lie deals with a mature subject in a mature manner.
How long have you been here?
About 10 minutes.
I didn't see your car.
It's around the corner. I stopped to buy a paper. I didn't expect you so soon.
I went to see my brother. I would have stayed longer, but I couldn't cope.
Was he just the same?
I don't know. Worse, I think.
What are you doing?
Looking at myself in the mirror.
Why?
I don't know. It amuses me.
Well, in a year or two, it won't amuse you anymore.
You look tired.
I am tired.
Anything unpleasant happen?
No more than usual.
Everything all right at home?
Well, Eva came home yesterday, but you know that.
And it went off all right, no fuss?
Yeah. It's just that she worries about everything, and the pain is no better.
Worries? About what?
Whenever she's been away for a while, she comes home with a guilty conscience. She's convinced something has happened. God only knows what she imagines. And she gets on everybody's nerves. Asking questions and giving orders. It's no wonder she can't keep help.
Black?
Hmm? Yes, thank you. Did you put the sugar in?
No. I bought a new dress today. Do you want to see it?
Only if you'll try it on.
It has to be altered a little. But I didn't want to buy it until you saw it. The salesgirl said that it was perfect for me. But I don't know. I've never worn red before. I thought it might make me look paler. But I don't think it does. Oh, picture it with shoes. And my hair up, like this. And the stockings are the wrong color. It's a little long, and it needs to be a bit smaller at the waist. But it can be fixed. How do you like it?
Very much.
Really?
Yes, it's absolutely charming.
Good. I'm glad. I liked it right away. The time comes when you simply have to go out and buy a red dress. You really like it?
Yes, I really like it.
Then I'll take it to the dressmaker tomorrow morning. This is my first red dress.
How's Henry?
Oh, he still has that cold. I kept him home from school again today.
What about Easter? What are you going to do? Will you go away?
Oh, we'll probably go to the country. We haven't decided yet. How are you sleeping now?
Not very well, I'm afraid.
Do you have some pills?
Yes. I took 2 last night. I was awake until 5.
Don't you sleep at all?
No. I walk around a lot and play records.
What does Eva say?
Our poor Eva has problems enough of her own. Besides, my doctor tells me that there's nothing dangerous about insomnia, as long as you don't spend the time worrying.
What do you worry about?
Oh, everything under the sun. Mostly now, it's we have to fire a lot of the staff. They're over the age of 50, you see. They've been with the firm 20, 30 years. You should see their faces when we tell them. These are nice people. Good workers. Kind. Conscientious. Decent people. And there's always the silent, the unspoken question, when does it get to be your turn?
You're getting old.
Yes, I'm getting old.
If I only knew.
What?
You tell me everything, don't you?
Of course I do.
There's something you're keeping from me.
No. What would it be?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Why so serious all of a sudden?
We've been having an affair for 8 years. We've never even had 1 week to ourselves. Isn't that funny? Let's go to bed. You look awfully tired.
Do you want some?
Yes, please. That's it. Close your eyes. Feel how warm and soft and cozy it is. And I'm here with you.
I was asleep.
It's late. I have to go. My father's coming to dinner. He'll be upset if I'm not there.
You can't go yet.
I must, darling.
You're so warm. And so beautiful. So soft.
No. I
Okay.
Andrew and I wanted to buy some stock. Do you have any ideas? We could talk to our broker, but he's so cautious and conventional.
I'll call Andy. We'll talk about it.
We sold some land. Andrew's father bought it just after the First World War for $5,000. It's worth a fortune now. $100 a square yard. It's fantastic.
I'll call you tomorrow.
I'll be at the library all morning. But I should be finished about 12:30. It's Easter vacation, so no one's around. Call me at home about 2. I'll be alone then, I think.
Do you still love me?
Yes. I still think you're keeping something from me, and I don't know what it is, and it bothers me.
I've told you that I don't have any secrets from you.
Is it anything to do with Eva?
Are you jealous?
Yes, I'm jealous. But we won't talk about that. Let's not talk about anything that upsets us or hurts us. It's a pact between us, isn't it?
My God. You are deep.
Yes, aren't I? I've got to get out of here. My father is going to be furious.
Well, drive carefully.
Right. Give me a kiss.
Damn it, we've been sitting here for 4 hours and we've accomplished practically nothing.
I don't understand it. The matter looked quite simple at first.
The best thing would be to snowball it through from the top, but nobody knows who's
It's a
responsible
pity
for
that
the whole
Schmidt
thing
from the
anyway.
planning department couldn't be here. He could have made things simpler.
Look, the money's been allocated. We've been assured that.
How do we know it'll still be there after the election?
I must go now. I've got to pick up my car. 4:30, you never know when those damn garages
Gentlemen,
shut.
before we break up, I think we better set another time as soon as possible.
Well, there's no question of meeting before Easter. There's too much to
Go
do.
all over this again. What for?
How about the first Tuesday of next month?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Schmidt will be back by then. I'll make a note.
All right, then. Goodbye, Andy.
Men are pigs.
We better get down to work. We lost the whole afternoon. Where's the letter from Bannerman's?
I haven't seen it.
I gave it to you yesterday. I started to dictate my answer and we were interrupted.
I gave it back to you. You wanted to think about the whole situation.
Please stop that spraying and get the letter. I know you haven't. It's not here at any rate. Well, are we going to write the letter or aren't we?
Just getting my pad.
All right. Mr. Sidney Bannerman, 718 Coral Boulevard. The letter's semi-personal. I'd like to send it to his home. Check his address, please. Please, Phyllis, don't sulk.
Not sulking?
I apologize. You're always right, you know that. Just not worth making a fuss over. I know how careful you are. There is no one I value more highly. I've said I'm sorry, Phyllis. What more can I do?
It's not that.
What is it then?
Nothing that matters.
Look, I can't cope with this. Either tell me what's wrong or let's get on with our work.
I wasn't the one who started talking.
Janine,
Father's here already. He's up in Mr. Fromm's room.
Is he angry?
He's not in a good mood.
Oh, I'm 20 minutes late. Hello, Dad. I'm glad you found something to look at. I'm sorry I'm late. I was in town. When I got into the car, it wouldn't start. I looked at the gas. Wouldn't you know the tank was empty? I had to walk to a station, pick up a can, pour it into the tank, and then drive back to the station and return the can. It took forever. I tried to call you from the station, but
Stop
the line was
chattering.
busy.
You're lying. I don't believe a word you say.
No, I've been with my lover. How are you, Dad? You look terrific.
Think so? I'd like a scotch, if you don't mind.
What do you think of the assassination, Dad? It's terrible, isn't it? I met Sidney this morning. He says we can expect anything at all now. People are scared to death.
I don't know why you can't be punctual. You must have inherited from your mother. She was exactly the same. Just you came in the door, I was about to get up and go. I thought you'd forgotten my existence. No wonder I'm in such a rotten mood.
Oh, Daddy. But I'm home now. Let's talk about something else. Besides, I've apologized.
If you want to call it that, you just reel off a few easy phrases. You don't mean them, let me tell you. I hear that Henry has a cold.
Nothing serious. Would you like him to come in to see you?
No, thank you. I don't want his germs. He's probably just putting on an act so he can stay home from school. You spoil him. Where's my granddaughter? She's the only one in this house worth talking to. Where'd you hide the child? Let me see her. She'll put me in a good mood.
She's with her grandmother. I told you. Oh, Daddy, please don't upset yourself.
Why does Gertrude always get to have Veronica? Why can't she be with me sometimes? Because we get along damn well together, let me tell you.
Your housekeeper says children are too much for her now that she has a bad back.
Millie's a hysterical old meanie. She's a hypochondriac. I'm thinking seriously of finding someone younger and more cheerful. I'm fed up with hearing all about her ailments. Everlasting whining. Oh! You know, she may have had a slight stroke, come to think about it. Cheers. I saw in the paper that you got a grant. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to do with the money?
Travel, I suppose.
Is it tax-free?
I think so. How do you feel, Daddy?
Well, it's worse in the mornings. It's not that I'm afraid of dying. It's more as if I'm afraid of the day. It was all right long as I was working, but this last month since I've been retired, why talk about it? I don't have anything to complain about. I'm just bored. Old age is sure hell, let me tell you.
Phyllis, you want a lift?
Oh, no, thank you. Too much trouble. I'll
We'll
just
both
take
go in
a
the same
cab.
direction. Just get in.
All right.
Woo! Really coming down. Cigarette?
Oh, thank you very much.
Listen, I want to stop off here and get a...
Okay.
Oh, not much damage done.
Hey, you were trying to get away, weren't you? I saw you.
Oh, take it easy.
Come on, get out. If you don't get out, I'll pull you
Getting
out.
out, I'm getting out. Was it your car I bumped into?
Was it your car I bumped into? What difference does it make? Now, come on back here and take a look at the damage you did. There, see that? See that? You were trying to get away, weren't you?
Of course not. I was just going to pull over to the newsstand there and come back and try to find the owner.
What's your license number?
Look, can't we settle this between us?
Like hell we can. You know, this ain't gonna go easy for you trying to run away from the scene of an
You
accident.
might at least be polite.
Oh,
I was
Phyllis.
a witness to the whole thing. You're extremely rude. You almost started a fight making a fuss over such a little thing.
Who are you, his girlfriend?
You're absolutely disgusting. Where's the police? Isn't there a policeman
Phyllis, we don't
around
need the
here?
There was a cop around here. Now, people like you should be pulled in.
Okay, look, you've got the license number. Is it all right if we leave now?
No, you're gonna stay here as long as I want you to. I've not finished yet.
Hey, is it your car? Hey, look, I'm awfully sorry. I was pulling out and I got too close and I grazed you here. There's a few scratches here on the...
Don't worry about it. He was trying to get away, but I nabbed him.
Forget it. Certainly not. Look, I was just trying to... I was going to pull over at the newsstand and just come back and find out what the matter was.
Forget it. There's no damage. Listen,
Look,
I'm
if
in
you
a
want
hurry.
to be paid for the
No,
damage,
fine.
my name is
No.
Andrew Fromm.
No, but thank you.
Hey, here's his license number. Hey!
Okay, what are you going to do now?
The people that drive foreign cars are un-American.
Well, I certainly hope you're satisfied. How about you keep your nose out of other people's business? One of these days you're going to get your nose plastered all over your face.
Shut up.
Would you like to come up for some coffee?
No, thanks. It's late. I have to be getting home.
Some other time, then.
I'd love to.
I'm sorry, but... Oh, hello, Mr. Fromm. Come on in. Doctor's gone out for a minute, but he'll be right back. We just finished with our last patient. Why don't you sit inside? That was our last patient for 2 weeks.
Oh? Closing up shop for that long?
We're taking a vacation. The doctor's going to the mountains with his family. It's a good idea. He's been working hard all winter. I've never seen a year when so many people were sick.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. It's as though people can't go on any longer. The winters never seem to end. The infections get more virulent and won't let go. People are so tired they don't know which way to turn.
In Dr. Foreman's office.
Esther, I'm not coming back.
What?
I've got to stay at the hospital.
Oh, that's too bad. Mr. Fromm is here.
Does he have an appointment?
No.
What does he want?
I don't know. Do you want to speak to him?
Okay, put him on.
Hello?
Hello, Andy. I'm sorry, but I'm in a mess. I've got a patient in intensive care. There's some complications. I've got to wait for the cardiac man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I won't be able to be back to the office. Nothing special you wanted?
No. I want to talk to someone.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't be there. Take care of yourself.
I will. So long. Well, I'll be going. There are 2 dead fish in the aquarium.
Oh, they die all the time. Not very good advertising for a doctor's office, is it?
We've changed the water and the sand, even the plants, but nothing seems to help. Suppose we'll have to scrub out the tank with disinfectant.
Is something wrong? Mr. Fromm, what's wrong?
I don't know. But I don't want to go home.
Well, don't go. Stay here. Call them and tell them you're busy. We've got some food here. And the doctor has that small room in the back. You can watch television or read their papers and magazines. Then you can go home this evening or tomorrow morning.
Will you stay with me?
Oh, I don't think so. I have some people waiting for me. Unlike you, I enjoy going home.
You're happily married, then?
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm suffocating. It sounds so damn melodramatic, but it's the only way I can describe it. Isn't this ridiculous? I have no reason to complain.
You're not complaining.
Can't you sit down for 5 minutes?
All right.
I just thought of something.
What?
Nothing, just something silly.
What is it?
Well, we never touch each other. People. My wife and I. Only when we're having sex, and then it's incidental. But we never kiss or caress one another in everyday life. I don't even show affection to my own children. They get all the lousy damn vitamins they need, but no hugging, no physical love. They almost never touch each other, just when they're fighting. Isn't that remarkable?
People burying.
Dearest Anna, it's peculiar sitting here and writing a letter to you. But I have to try to say something. I can't bring myself to get out when we're together.
I think we're making a mistake somewhere. Maybe we're living the wrong kind of life. Seeing only the same kind of people. Privileged people. People who were alienated from the common problem of the world. From everyone else's reality. Maybe we've chosen this insular existence just so we can safely make a parody of our marriage. Our marriage. As it should have been, the one we originally meant it to be. Isn't the whole damn thing a lie? Can we change it? Can we? Or are we trapped? I couldn't get away. They should ease up a bit now.
We had two of the Renault executives to dinner. It was awfully interesting.
Poor Elaine, you really need a vacation.
Oh, I can hardly wait. It's going to be so odd, seeing Edward morning, noon, and night. I wonder if I can stand it. Oh, darling. I mean, if we can stand it.
That's right. Maria Meyer got the Nobel Prize.
1963, wasn't it?
Right. And the fascinating part of it, her discovery about the inner structure of the atomic nucleus happened by sheer chance. Intuition, you could say.
But I don't know. And how is little Cynthia? I haven't seen her for ages.
She's been an absolute pest the last couple of weeks, but she's cutting 2 new teeth, so I suppose that's what's bothering her. How's your Fabian?
Well, actually, I haven't seen him lately, but he's fine.
Well, at least you've got someone who can really help out in the kitchen. The girl I have's nice enough, but she's a complete dimwit.
How long will you have the place? Oh, let's see. I have to judge everything by my pregnancies. Otherwise, I get the years all mixed up.
All of this stuff about total theater is very, very pretentious.
Oh, you talk like a businessman.
What's wrong with businessmen?
Mary, help me. Look, if the theater is going to exist as an art form, it has to deal with modern problems.
I don't know. I never see plays.
I always agree with Mary. Cheers, Mary.
Now, Pauli held that we must explore the inner origin of our scientific concepts. There is a theory that the psychic and physical spheres are one and the same, reflecting, as it were, the qualitative and quantitative aspects of reality.
You make me nervous, talking like that. I don't understand what you're saying, but it scares me.
All alone here in the moonlight.
Yes. They're all talking one another to death.
Those new pills you prescribed for me are giving me trouble. I've been spotting it. I'm sick to my stomach.
Are you sure it's the pills?
I don't know. How are you?
Fine.
Ernest, I've known you for 12 years. Every time I ask you how you are, you say fine.
I'm sorry, but I almost always am fine, Anna. You'd better come in after Easter and we'll have a talk. If you need a talk, that is. And I'll put you back on the old pills. They didn't give you any trouble, did they?
No. I think dinner's ready at last.
Good, I'm ravenous. I haven't eaten anything since breakfast but 2 bananas.
You're a nice person, Ernest. I like you.
I like you, too.
Dinner's ready. Come on in, everyone.
You have a lovely, lovely home.
I want some soup explanation. I want to know what clarifying soup. That's a good one. Pressed duck. Carol's duck.
Yes.
Each little tiny.
You know, I really think my wife is beautiful. Sometimes I'm still amazed. I just sit looking at her. Unnatural, isn't it, after having been married so long?
Don't you ever have any problems?
Oh, yes. But we've always managed to talk to one another. I think that's the most important thing in a marriage.
In other words, you love your wife.
Absolutely. And I admire her, too. Do you know that she's just been given a big grant?
Doesn't Anna have any faults?
I suppose so. But I haven't discovered them yet.
I envy her.
It's only a matter of time before it all comes out. Then they'll have had it.
You know, they won't shut down the factories.
They'll just change ownership from one day to the next.
It's very good to be sitting next to you.
I was surprised. I sometimes wonder whether anyone knows.
What, you mean Carol?
I heard you say something about me.
Well, she was just saying that you always feed us too much food.
You still have that same wonderful cook, haven't you?
She's leaving us.
Oh, that's too bad. What are you going to do?
I have no idea. Charlotte, dear, please go and get the soup. It's time for second helpings. Don't you think my daughters make good maids?
Well, Charlotte's grown up since I saw her last.
She's a young lady now.
You do look wonderful.
You've seen this dress dozens of times.
Oh, I don't mean your dress. I mean your neck. If you're not very careful, I'm going to kiss it.
Andrew.
Yes, dear?
Lawrence is sitting here next to me, saying that he wants to kiss my neck.
Oh.
But he shouldn't, should he?
Well, since you've both asked so politely, I'll allow it this one time, but there better not be a scandal.
Well, listen, listen.
Bravo. Beautifully done.
Yours is the only really happy marriage I know of.
What about you and Lawrence?
Oh, I'm always in the hospital. Or recuperating. I'm in constant pain. I always have to take so many pills and I'm in a stupor. We were drifting apart, but now maybe things will be better.
What's happened?
Well, it was his idea, really.
Yes.
And I think it's so touching. He's coming with me to the desert. He's going to stay 2 months. He's using up his vacation and taking a leave of absence. Just so we can be together. He has a report to write, and so he's going to take all his research material with him and his secretary. Oh, and he's rented a house right near the clinic, so we don't have to stay at a hotel.
Eva.
And I can drive in every morning for my treatment. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, it's just wonderful.
You know, when Lawrence came home and told me that he'd arranged it all, I was so happy I cried.
Oh.
It's so like him to come up with these sudden surprises. To Lawrence.
To Lawrence. This is a toast to Lawrence.
I'll drink to that. Cheers, my darling. You look very happy.
Oh, Andrew and I have our little secrets.
I thought so. Eva, I'll have to have a talk with you later.
Eva was telling me about your plans.
Yes, we're all set.
What's all this about?
Well, I'm going to take Eva to the clinic and stay for the whole course of treatment so that she won't be alone.
Very thoughtful.
How long will you be away?
Oh, about 4 or 5 weeks.
When are you leaving?
A week from today.
I didn't know you could take off that much time from work.
I have a report to write. I'm going to take the work with me.
What a surprise.
Yes, I guess it is.
That's true. But I think listening to one another's probably...
No, please don't. Anna, are you all right? Are you pregnant?
No, afraid not.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No, thanks.
You just want to be left alone for a while?
Yes, please.
Henry?
The TV was awful tonight, Mommy.
Let's go to bed.
What's wrong?
Sorry if I frightened you.
What is it?
I want to talk to you.
Now?
Now, right away.
It's 3:30. What is it?
I've been unfaithful.
Unfaithful?
I don't know how it happened. I went to Ernest's office. I was feeling wretched. But he'd gone for the day, and Esther, his nurse, was still there. Well, nothing happened, but I called her yesterday and asked if she'd like to go out for a drive. And she said yes, because her husband was out with the children. They were at the movies or something. So I picked her up and we went out to the country. And then we went back to Ernest's office and made love there.
I drove her home, and by that time, the husband and the children were back. His car was standing there on the street. I thought I really didn't have to tell you this. It was just a sort of accident, wasn't it? I swear it's never happened before. I have never been unfaithful to you. I've had no reason to be.
Is there some reason now?
No. I don't understand.
Are you in love with her?
She's pretty and kind and warm. Well, kind and warm, but I'm not in love.
Do you think it's going to happen again?
How do I know?
That's not the right answer. Do you or don't you want it to happen again? It's rather important.
I don't want it to happen again. I'm in love with you. I don't want to have anyone else. The whole situation's unreal. What frightens me is that it could have happened at all, and I still don't know why.
Why do you sound so repressed? Have you got a guilty conscience? Have you?
Hell of a guilty conscience. That's why I'm telling you about it.
Well, maybe it would have been better if you hadn't told me.
Well, we agreed.
People always say that. No, I didn't mean that. It's all such a hopeless mess.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Please tell me what you think.
I don't want all this honesty.
I slept with another woman.
You say you love me and that you're not going to do it again. All right. That's enough. We won't say anything more about it. Let's forget it.
Mr. Andrew Fromm and his wife, Anna. Most fortunate couple in the world. Talented, young, with money. And we were really in love with each other, weren't we? And we agreed that our marriage was going to be something splendid, something unique. And then all of a sudden, or slowly, I don't know which, without either of us noticing,
That's not so.
a comfortable disaster. Everything is the same, but the failure is a fact.
What are you going to do about it?
You sound like you don't care.
How do you want me to sound?
I want you to try and understand what I'm talking about.
I understand. I don't agree with you. I think you're just complaining. What do you want? Am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Do you want me to forgive you? I forgive you, okay? You can go to bed, get a couple of hours sleep, and tomorrow this won't seem like such a terrible disaster.
I guess it's funny.
If it's so amusing, why aren't you laughing?
Can't we talk to each other, you and I? Can't we listen to each other? Come to some sort of understanding? We always used to say that everything would work out as long as we communicated with one another.
If we'd become strangers, we can't communicate.
You mean we don't know one another?
I don't know you, and I'm positive you don't know me.
But can't we get acquainted again?
Do you want to?
It'd be a lot better than this.
No. I think we should each live our own lives, side by side, without encroaching on each other's territory. Let's each mind our own business. When we have to, we can take joint responsibility for some things. Wouldn't that be wiser?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
We have every chance to make a different life.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't keep saying things like that. It's only humiliating. I'm trying to reach you. Maybe I don't know the right words, but I'm trying.
Now you sound like a soap opera.
Okay. Okay, let's leave it at that. I'm going to bed.
If I could just be sure you really mean what you say.
Well, I mean it that I love you.
If only I could believe you.
You could try.
I've had a lover for 8 years. I'm not in love with him, but I've come to depend on him. He satisfies me. We usually meet once or twice a week. It's been going on for 8 years. I have lied to you every time I've said that it's been good with you. It has never been good. Now you know everything. Now you know what I feel.
Who is he?
Do I have to tell you?
I don't know. It depends on what we're going to do with all this truthfulness.
It's Lawrence. I had an affair with him before I met you. It was just a game then on both sides, and then he dropped me and married Eva.
I see.
2 years after we were married, he came over one day and suggested we should sleep with one another again. He tried doing without me, but he couldn't. He didn't want us to get a divorce. I didn't either. He said since you didn't know anything about it, you wouldn't be hurt. I thought the same. It was easier.
Did you know that Lawrence is going away with Eva?
He was too much of a coward to tell me. Maybe he thought it didn't matter. I didn't mean to tell you about Lawrence. You asked me.
Well, I understand perfectly. Now you're ready to begin to have a marriage based on the truth. Now it's worth the effort. Now that your lover is leaving for good. It's interesting that you can't see the pattern.
What of it? Even if my motives are evil and base and morally dubious, what does it matter? Why should you decide what's good and bad? Are you a superior being? I don't need you. I can get along on my own. I can take care of the children by myself. I wanted to live with you in spite of everything. I didn't want our marriage to break up. I was a part of you, don't you see?
I trusted you. There's never been anyone else but you. I'm trying to get that into that egocentric damn head of yours. Anna. Anna, please let me in.
Go away.
You open this door, damn you! Or you'll be sorry!
I won't! What are you doing? Are you insane?
I'm not gonna hurt you. But I won't let you lock me out of the room!
Go on. Hit me. Kill me with the axe.
I'm sorry I hit you. I didn't mean it. Something went wrong. It was a short circuit. Please forgive me.
Forgive you? You can go to hell with your forgiveness.
Take your hands off me.
Come and lie down. Come on. Come and lie down.
I'll feel better if I don't have to see you. Oh. Got to get cleaned up. I've been thinking about things, if you're interested.
Of course I am.
We'll just let things go on as usual for the next few months. And in the middle of June, I'll go to England on my grant. I'll stay away for 6 months. While I'm gone, we can decide what we want to do.
I don't need 6 months to decide. I can tell you now.
You can?
I don't want to live with a woman who's lied to me during my whole marriage.
You don't even want to try?
It's out of the question.
Then there's nothing to talk about.
It's funny, all the odd thoughts that pop up. I don't know how I'm going to cope. Every thought, every memory, every event is poison. The whole world's falling apart. All the times we made love and you said you liked it. God, it's disgusting.
All the talks we had about being faithful, about being honest. I wish you just kept quiet.
So do I.
I think people have to lie and deceive in order to live with one another. How is it possible otherwise?
Started off on the wrong foot.
Everybody does. The whole damn thing is rotten. That's why it goes wrong. It's rotten from beginning to end.
You're usually so optimistic.
You know, I've been thinking how small and dry my life is. Everything, I don't know how to say it. Everything that's fresh water is trickling out of me.
Self-pity.
I suppose so.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't mean it.
Women weep and snivel and live in a sea of fluids. They mope over their children, over other women's miseries, and you're also clever at your job. You also have a terrific sex life. It makes me tired just to think of it.
Dear, dear Andrew.
Don't talk to me like that, then I won't know where I am. Just stay on your side of the fence. Don't come wallowing over to me in a surfeit of generosity.
Now you're overacting so much, I want to laugh.
The truth is, Anna, the truth is that I've fallen apart. There's nothing left.
I've got an idea. Let's have something to eat. I'm sorry to admit it, but I'm hungry. Aren't you? Just a little hungry.
I suppose.
Food always helps.
You remember that time when I asked you if you didn't think it was boring living with a man so much older and so conventional? You always complained about how conventional I am. And you remember what you said? For me, you are the best man in the world. That's what you said. Was it just a lie, or was it to placate me?
Not that, too.
Was it a lie?
You're hopeless.
Am I?
It's hopeless.
Yes. Perhaps.
Shall we eat something?
Whatever you want. What is it? What are you thinking?
I can take the responsibility for the children. That's as it should be. And I have to take responsibility for myself. That goes without saying.
I don't know what it would be like without you. Shh. What is it?
It hurts.
What do you mean it hurts?
I won't. No, I'm not going to. No, I don't want to.
What is it you don't want?